Hopping straight into our routine, we're going to be stretching and strengthening our legs and thighs. You're going to bend over and touch your toes and stretch, hold here just for a couple of seconds. You're going to walk backwards and then stretch your calves and ankles by applying pressure towards the floor. And you just want to work your legs back and forth. Walk up just a little bit and hold this position for about 5 seconds. And continue to inch closer towards your head. This will stretch your legs, your thighs, your back, everywhere. We're going to rise up. And then we're going to get into a warrior pose. And we're just going to pulse about 3 times. Hold this position for 10 seconds. This is really good with strengthening and toning your thighs as well. I've seen a huge difference. It will burn a little bit, but you can definitely do it with repetition. And then we're going to hold this pose. Stretch as far as you can towards the wall. We're going to go back into a warrior pose, pulse 3 times, and hold for 10 seconds. And in the direction that your extended arm is in, you're going to stretch towards that direction as far as possible, elongating that back leg. Rising back up slowly, there's no rush. We're going to push our feet closer towards each other, and then we're going to stretch, going towards the floor and leaning forward just to give that back calf a good stretch. And we're also going to lean backwards just a little bit. Really good stretch to our calves. And then we're going to balance on one leg. So what I'm going to have you do is in this position, pulse 3 times just to get your balance. And hold. This is definitely a little tricky. It does take some time. My goal has been to hold for 30 seconds, so I'll be holding for 30 seconds. You don't have to. You can get closer to a wall to keep your balance. Maybe you want to put your hand on the wall to help keep balance, but this is definitely a challenge. And then we're going to lift one leg towards our chest, hold and stretch. And the same for the other leg. And with these stretches, you want to take your time. You don't want to go fast because that's how you become unbalanced. So take your time, make sure you're balanced to get the most out of these stretches. So going down into a lunge, we're going to push that extended leg back as far as we can. Your knee and your foot should be parallel to each other. Your knee should not be over your foot. Going into a runner stretch, hold. And hold these stretches as long as you want to. Sometimes I hold a little longer just because it feels really good and I can feel that stretch. Alright. Coming into a pigeon pose. Look up to the ceiling for about 10 seconds. We're stretching our neck, elongating our neck, and then we're going to come down, stretching our torso, really stretching our thigh muscles. Then we're going to come back up, grab that back leg, and hold for a couple of seconds. I'm beginning to run more and go to the gym, so I'm very tense at the moment, but doing this has definitely loosened up my muscles, and I have a greater sleep at night because I'm not so tense. And when I wake up in the morning, my body just feels a lot better, so this definitely works. I'm going to look up towards the ceiling, push your hips towards the floor, get that good stretch. Now we're coming into a child's pose. It's a very relaxing pose, by the way. Don't fall asleep. We're going to come back up and stretch our calves again, and now we're going to stretch the other leg. Walk up towards your head, little by little. Hold and stretch. Take your time. We're going to come up into a warrior's pose, get your balance. Like I said, we're going to be stretching the other leg. Take your time. We're going to pulse 3 times and hold for 10 seconds. Coming back up and stretch your body as far as possible. Elongate that arm and back leg. Coming into a warrior's pose. Take your time to keep your balance right and hold for 10 seconds. Stretching towards the wall. So you can see my stomach is tensing because I'm giving that really good stretch. All right, now bending over, heading towards the ground. Going to push forward just a little bit. Giving that right leg a stretch, heel towards the floor. Push back, heel towards the floor. It's kind of like a standing runner stretch. We're going to begin balancing on the leg. Like I said, this is a challenge. Pulse 3 times and hold for as long as you can. If you need to hold onto the wall, go ahead and do so. Just hold here. As you can tell, this strengthens your thighs, that inner thigh. So if you're trying to slim down your inner thighs, this stretch and this hold definitely helps. Coming back up slowly, let your foot drag on the floor so you can regain your balance. Lift one leg up and pull it toward your chest. Lift the opposite leg up and pull it toward your chest, giving that really good stretch. Knee up high. Rotate your foot. Coming down into a long lunge. Push that back heel as far as you can backwards towards the floor, giving that back leg a good stretch. Coming into a runner's stretch. This position feels so good. I actually held it longer than the other leg because the other leg didn't have so much tension, but this leg did, and it felt really good. So hold as long as you need to. Into a pigeon pose. Look up towards the ceiling for about 10 seconds. Align your body accordingly. Then we're going to come down to the ground just for a couple of seconds, stretching our torso, stretching our arms, elongating our whole body. You can really feel this in your thigh as well. Coming back up, grab that back leg and hold for as long as you can. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds is the goal. Just hold on. Push your hips towards the floor, look up to the ceiling, and stretch. This feels really good. Coming into a child's pose, hold here. Very relaxing. We're going to stay towards the floor. We're going to open your legs up as wide as possible. Get in good position. And pull your body towards one foot. Hold and stretch. I'm sure everyone is very familiar with this stretch. It definitely helps. Hold as long as you can. Like I said, the best time is 30 seconds. Then we're going to move to the next leg and hold. If you're trying to become more flexible to do the splits, this is a wonderful, wonderful stretch to do. Coming back up, Go to the center as far as possible. Hold here. The more your muscles loosen up, the further you can go out. But there's no rush. Staying on the ground. We're going to move our body to the side. We're going to lay down, lifting one leg up, the extended leg out above the floor, and hold here. And then we're going to switch legs. Extend your legs as far as possible. Make sure you can feel a stretch. It shouldn't feel too easy. Hold that knee towards your chest. Extended leg above the ground, straight out as possible. And do the same for the other leg. Then you're going to want to cradle both legs towards your chest. Hold. If you want to lift up, you may do so. Give your neck a good stretch. Arms and feet straight out. Stretch as far as you can. And that's it. With repetition, these stretches and holds will tone your legs, your thighs, and elongate your body. If you all enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you all next time.